phaknews satire scan, August 8, 2026. Westminster City Council is considering guidance discouraging vertical drinking, otherwise known as standing up while having a drink, in parts of London's West End. Angle. British bureaucracy has finally identified the dangerous transitional stage between sobriety and sitting down, being upright. Satire. Vertical drinking sounds less like having a pint and more like an experimental alcohol delivery system awaiting FDA approval. Source: Associated Press. AP News. IC's new nationwide body camera policy says footage will be publicly released only when the agency decides disclosure is in its own best interests. Angle. Accountability technology has arrived, provided the organization being held accountable approves the accountability. IC spent $30.9 million on the camera rollout in July. Satire. Literal translation. We bought body cameras so everyone can see what happened, assuming what happened makes us look good. Source: Associated Press. AP News. The FAA ordered inspections of 471 Boeing 737 MAX jets over possible structural cracks after similar cracks were found in older 737 models. Angle. Boeing has reached the unfortunate brand stage where FAA orders hundreds of planes inspected for cracks requires surprisingly little comic enhancement. Satire. Boeing's new pre-flight checklist reportedly remains: wings, fuel, doors, structural integrity, vibes. Source: Associated Press. AP News. A New Mexico court ordered Meta to pay $567 million toward addressing harms to young people after finding the company liable over its platform's effects on children. Angle. One of the world's largest social media companies has effectively been handed a $500 million cleanup bill for the environment it built. That fits the institution paying to undo its own work filter almost perfectly. Satire. Meta has unlocked the premium version of parental controls, $567 million and a court order. Source: Associated Press. AP News. North Korean state media is recommending foods including dog meat soup to help citizens endure a record heat wave that pushed Pyongyang to 36.7 degrees centigrade to 98.1 degrees Fahrenheit. Angle. State media simultaneously provided heat advice and emphasized that Kim Jong-un has historically endured harsh summer conditions alongside the public, turning a weather advisory into leadership branding. Satire. Corporate rebrand. North Korea has apparently combined the Weather Channel, Food Network, and State Propaganda Department into one convenient summer programming block. Source: Reuters. Reuters' ByteDance is reportedly training an AI model with as many as 10 trillion parameters, more than 3 times the 2.8 trillion parameters reported for Moonshot AI's Kimi K3. Angle. We have entered the technology number phase where nobody outside the field can meaningfully visualize the number, which means 10 trillion now functions partly as horsepower printed on the side of the box. Satire. AI companies are rapidly approaching the point where model specifications will simply read parameters. Yes. Source: Reuters, citing the Financial Times. Reuters. Aston Martin raised £550 million by pledging undisclosed assets to new lenders, while existing bondholders watched the company's 2029 bonds fall below 60% of face value and threatened legal action. Reuters' Breakingviews noted the undisclosed pledged assets could include prized intellectual property. Angle. Aston Martin, whose fictional cars have included an invisible one, has now managed a financing where existing creditors are worried valuable assets have effectively disappeared from their line of sight. This story arrived pre-satirized. Satire, no rewrite needed. Reuters itself went with, Aston Martin lets creditors die another day. Source: Reuters Breakingviews. Reuters President Trump received a temporary reprieve from having to disclose financial information in his $10 billion lawsuit against the BBC, after becoming the plaintiff who initiated the litigation. Angle. The plaintiff wants billions in damages while resisting financial discovery produced by the lawsuit he chose to file. A useful procedural contradiction rather than a personality joke. Satire. Institutional logic. Step 1. Sue for $10 billion. Step 2. Discover that discovery was not metaphorical. Source: Associated Press. AP News. In the tank, senators worked into the pre-dawn hours before leaving Washington for recess without passing the proof of citizenship voting measure President Trump had demanded they remain in session to enact. Decent, Congress exhausts itself accomplishing the absence of the requested thing material, but weaker than today's 8. AP News. Also watching the Pentagon's conditional $1.4 billion loan commitment to battery maker Sila. The number is huge, but the underlying contradiction isn't strong enough yet to force it into the brief. Reuters flags. The Georgia wrong cancer diagnosis story was excluded, even though the institutional labeling failure is extraordinary. The immediate consequence was a private woman undergoing an unnecessary hysterectomy, so the easy joke lands too close to her health and loss. Redirect only if subsequent reporting establishes a broader documented hospital/lab process failure. AP News violent crime and individual tragedy oddities were likewise dropped, rather than mined for punchlines.